Good afternoon, everyone. Prepperdawg here on a Friday afternoon. I hope you're having a good day so far. I believe now is the time to be prepping, really just about more than any other time. I think it's so important. There's so much going on in the world, not just domestically here in the United States, but just all over the place. Have you kept up with current events lately? I mean, you're not going to hear it on the mainstream media. They're too obsessed with the jab, partisan politics, celebrities insulting each other, politicians doing this and doing that and insulting each other, having affairs, corruption, you have it, you know. So there's a lot going on overseas as well. So I just want to I want to name off 5 things just right off the top. 5 reasons that you should be prepping now more than ever. And if you haven't gotten started, there's no better time than now. If you have been prepping, continue it. Now's not the time to sit idle and just kind of look around and say, hey, I'm good. We got to keep on doing it. Keep rotating your stock. Reassess, look at everything you have and go over. There are things we can all improve on, including me. So I'll get into the list here. Number 1, we still have a strained supply chain going on. I mean, most things are in stock fairly well. I've talked about that before in a couple of videos as far as food and supplies, but we still have a strained supply due to the COVID and all the over the last year. And also this Suez Canal thing that happened, a couple of weeks ago now, where that huge container ship blocked the Suez Canal for 6 days. I mean, that thing, we're still going to feel the effects of that. I mean, it was finally freed after 6 days, but in the process, it backlogged ships. I think over 400, I heard, over 400 container ships were just in a big log jam, traffic jam right behind that thing. And so that is going to delay some things. So I read somewhere where you can see some shortages on certain things, maybe even toilet paper again. How about that? So I'm not saying go out and rush and buy all the toilet paper off the shelf, okay? I'm not saying that at all. But when you're out there shopping this weekend, maybe pick up an extra thing, or 2. So, and that means food as well. Just keep on prepping. So the supply chain is one thing. Still a little strained, and you still may see some shortages here and there of things. Number 2, the U.S. economy is just seems to be hanging on by a thread. I think, I read different things. I mean, I'm not sure what to believe at times, and I am not an economic expert by any means, okay? But just from what I'm reading, with inflation, all the price of everything going up, we just keep printing money like nobody's business with all the stimulus checks and such as that. So that's another reason. Number 3, Ukraine and Russia. If you've kept up with this, it's really heating up there again. So Russia is massing thousands of troops on their southern border and threatening the Ukraine, and they've had some skirmishes, and they've had some soldiers get killed here in the last, I think on the Ukraine side, here in the last day or so. And Russia is really massing a lot, more and more now. Even today I read they're massing thousands, and they also have ships in the area. So they're preparing that. So I think what they're doing there is preparing for more than one way to go in full bore. So is it a training exercise like they say? It could be. It could be a way just to intimidate Ukraine further. But if that thing spins out of control big time, I mean, that's the kind of thing that could just spin into a much larger regional conflict. Heaven forbid, a world war. Another one is China, Taiwan. Okay, China is massing forces in that region big time on Taiwan. So they want to take Taiwan, and they keep going into Taiwan's airspace with a lot of their air force. They have ships right there. And China has a huge buildup right there in that region anyway, and they have us. I was reading about this, that they now have more ships, a larger navy than the United States. Okay, now the United States still has a quality advantage on China. United States has not only a quality advantage, but we still have the ability to project power, to project military power on a worldwide scale. China has always lacked in that ability. They've been strong right there in that particular area, but they are improving. They're closing the gap, and China has improved their quality a lot as well. So, you know, I think the power of the United States has always been a big deterrent, and China has always stopped just short. You know, do they want some of this? Do they want some of us? They may feel that the time is right. You know, hopefully this is all just a way that they are testing the new administration, you know, and seeing how we react. The guy that was in the White House before January, you know, I don't know how much they wanted to test that guy, you know. But the one we have now, you know, I'm a little worried. No, I'm not a little worried. I'm a lot worried on how he can handle a crisis. Okay, I mean, you have to be nimble, quick, and if a crisis really starts to spin out of control, how's it going to be handled? What's going to be the reaction here? I'm really worried about that. So that's another one. Number 5, you know, we're not out of the woods on the pandemic. I know things seem to be getting better, and things are going to open up more, I do believe. And my thought is that with spring and by the summertime, I think a lot of things are going to be opened up almost to normal, to where things are just, you know, the economy hopefully will get roaring back. But my fear is that when the fall rolls back around again, flu season hits, these variants come in, whether real or imaginary, who knows, and we start seeing lockdowns again. I'm reading about lockdowns happening in Germany now, even now. I did read this morning about how Brazil is going through a rough time as far as a lot of deaths. They're blaming on COVID, and the fear is that if that's a new variant that is spreading up into the United States. So, like I said, not out of the woods on that deal. So that's 5 reasons right there that I think we really need to prep more now than ever. The overseas part of all that is what worries me the most, especially the China-Taiwan deal and the Ukraine-Russia. I mean, man, that's 2 big powder kegs right there. If they blow up, that could affect us on a worldwide scale. So let's keep our eye on that. We're heading into a weekend. Let's keep tabs on it. I am going to do that as well. I'll do another video this weekend if we see some big changes. May do one anyway. So let me know what you think about all of this, and I would like to get your feedback, and hope you consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss videos. Hope you have a good rest of the day. God bless you. See you soon.